Example 10 on page 586, solve this equation by completing the square. So we're given this x squared plus 4x minus 7 equal to 0. We're going to use the completing the square method for solving this equation. Using the completing square, you would use the term, the x term right here, okay? The term that has the x variable, just x to the first power. So don't use this because this is x to the second power. You use the term that has x to the first power, and you use the coefficient of this term. The coefficient of this term is 4, and then you take half of this one, meaning divide by 2, take half of this coefficient, which is 2, then you square it. So you square this, you get 2 squared, which is equal to 4. Okay? Now, you're going to add this 4 to both sides of this equation, but this is very important. Make sure, before you adding 4 to both sides of this equation, make sure you cancel this term so that the only terms remains, the only 2 terms remains are the term with the x squared and the term with the variable x, the first exponents only. So that means I want to remove this. I want to save these 2 terms. I want these 2 terms to stay together. I want to remove this term. Okay? So that means I would add 7 on both sides. Then I get x squared plus 4x. Negative 7 plus 7 is 0. 0 plus 7 is 7. Now, when I only have 2 terms that have x squared plus 4x, now I can add this constant 4 on both sides. So x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 7 plus 4. Okay? Now it's very important that you see this. 2 squared and 2 squared is 4, right? You have a choice. You can add 4 on both sides, or you can just add 2 squares. I would think adding 2 squares is easier. So let's not simplify this 2 squared. Just leave this as 2 squared. I will tell you why it's actually better that way. Alright, once we added 2 squared on both sides, come from this, okay? We can actually factor this out to, because the term 4x right here, the side is positive. So that means you will have the positive side because of the term 4x, okay? And then you square it, the outside. The first term is x come from x squared. The second term come from 2 squared. That's why we complete the square. Completing the square means by adding this 2 squared, you can combine this to, or you can factor this trinomials to x plus 2 squared. Okay? Meaning completing the square so that you can factor out this. So then that's the left hand side. And that's why you see that I want to leave 2 squared, because when you see 2 squared, you know that this 2's go here. If you have 4, you can see that, but 2 is easier. You can see it straightforward. If you have 4, make sure you think about 2 squared is 4. So that's why this is 2 here. Simplify this, we have 7 plus 4. So this is x plus 2 squared equal to 11. Now, for this, we can use the principle of square roots. We'll say d squared, we'll say y squared equal to d. The solutions is y equal to square root of d, or y equal to negative square root of d. Okay? So treating y here as x plus 2, or x plus 2 is y. So we have y equal to y, which is x plus 2, right? Equal to square root of d, and d is here, which is 11, or d again, which is x plus 2, equal to negative d, and negative d, which is negative square root of 11. Okay? using the principle of square roots. I'll continue from here. So simplify by solving for x. So let me rewrite this. We have x plus 2 equal to square root of 11, or x plus 2 equal to negative square root of 11. Solving for x, you subtract 2 on both sides. So x here, this is 0, equal to square root of 11 minus 2. Solve for x, you subtract 2 on both sides. This is x, this is 0. You cannot combine them, so just rewriting as negative square root of 11 subtracts 2. So you have two solutions here. The r go in between. You can write D2 solution as x equal to, you can write D2 as 1. So, and you see this is positive, right? Square root of 11. This is negative square root of 11. So you can write this as positive negative square root of 11. And it subtracts to the same rewriting as here. So if you test by substituting this x into this equation, it turns out the left-hand side will equal to the right-hand side. And similarly, if you substitute this x into this equation, simplify, you would get the result left-hand side equal to right-hand side. So actually, these are the two solutions to this equation. So you say, these are solutions to the equation x squared plus 4x minus 7 equal to 0.